The reason I'm going to cover a little bit more today on the elbow control is because we have so many athletes now going to the head. They want to go to the head, work the head, pull it down, whatever the case may be. And that's why I feel it's very effective that we can control that elbow. Okay? If you ever have a position where you feel like your opponent's putting pressure down on your head, he's coming out and jerking your head down here. Okay? You got to be real careful when you take elbow control here. Okay, and think that you're going to pull in. Anytime a guy comes down out and he's pulling on my head here, okay, even though I got elbow control, he can pull me underneath him. You know, he can get me here. And I still have elbow control. I'm still in good position. And if you feel comfortable here, you're okay. You can take a lot of penetration shots from here, inside, shooting into your double or into your high crotch there. Okay, but preferably I like to see guys go right to their opponent. So for me to be effective with this control, I am going to get pressure on my head, so I've got to go right to him. Okay? So when I get pressure, guy goes to my head, and I get pressure, and I take my inside. He starts to pull my head now. I go right to him. I crowd him right here. I jam my head right into him. Okay? I take away that strength that he has. Your opponent has strength here when you're away from him. I've got that space. If Pat's got my elbow here, we're switching the rows here. If he stays out here, I've got strength to pull him underneath me. Okay? But as soon as Pat crowds me here, okay, he takes away a lot of my power here when he jams me up. Okay? That's what makes that elbow control very effective, especially to explode into a shot. Okay? Remember, the shoulder goes forward. And a little technique that helps you is switching your head to the opposite side at the same time, which gives you a little bit more space to be able to clear that thumb. So I'm here, and sometimes switching my head to the opposite side gives me a little bit more space to pop that thumb off. Okay? Now I'm in position to score. High crotch, whatever I want to do. Okay? So remember that this is the one thing, and probably the biggest thing, that will prevent you from scoring, being able to penetrate easy, being able to get to your opponent's legs, is that inside post with your opponent with his thumb. So learning to break that. Elbow control is no good until you develop this, okay, because this is going to be there constantly. Controlling the elbow. Now we're going to get into a few setups to help you be able to penetrate some things that you want to do. Of course, the best is coming right off the elbow. And the only reason you can come right off the elbow, meaning that I've controlled his head and I'm in the exact position that we've discussed here, is making sure that I'm posting on that opposite side. Okay? I have no shot unless I'm posting here, because he's going to down block me before I can even get to a leg, okay, if I don't post. But the best is from here. Taking our elbow, and our setup is this, placing the elbow behind us. Anytime we're going to penetrate, whether it's going to be a double leg, penetrating straight to a double leg, or to a high crotch, we're going to make a little half turn with our shoulders here, okay? And as I penetrate, okay, I'm placing that elbow behind me. I'm pulling him. And what I want to do is I want to extend him. Off this elbow control, my setup is this, is I want to extend him, okay? So I'm really pulling him as I'm penetrating, okay? Right here, making that half turn. Whatever we want to hit. High crotch is there, double legs there, and of course we're not going to get into the skill of the shot. We're going to discuss more of the setup and how we get to the legs, okay? So back down again. Here, pulling, dropping. Whether we want to go here or here, but pulling. Placing that leg, arm behind me, okay? Turn. Here, pulling, pulling, pulling as I penetrate, okay? High crotch or double. Start with an underhook, okay? Pat puts an underhook on. Let's just go right hand, okay? Pat forces an underhook here. Anytime we're in an underhook position, okay, the one thing that we do not ever want to do is get stood up. Meaning when he gets me in an underhook, I never want to get stood up here unless I'm confident in my throwing ability, okay, which that's not a problem. If you're confident with stepping in or bear hugging, those types of things, that's fine. But you got to learn how to clear those positions. And anytime I'm in an underhook position here, I want to make sure that I put pressure on that underhook, meaning I'm going to come right into his crotch here, okay, right here. And I'm going to put pressure here. And I'm darn sure going to make sure I take inside control. I don't want him getting inside control on the opposite side, so fight back inside, okay, right here. I want to make sure I keep inside control. Now, Notice my head position when my opponent takes that underhook. I keep that head buried in there. Okay? I don't want to drop that head down, because what he likely will want to do from an underhook is maybe to pull my head under. So I've got to keep my head up. I've got to be strong with my position there. So when he takes an underhook, I've got to be strong here. Okay? I can't drop down here and expect to survive this. Okay? Against a good wrestler. All right? So when he takes that underhook, I jam my head in. He comes in, he forces it in, he's beat me to the position, jam my head, get that hand to the inside, right here. You can lay it palm flat, or you can just karate chop is what we call it, right here. Okay? And now I'm going to separate my hips, right here. And now from here, I'm going to come back inside. And when I come back inside here, I'm going to rotate right back out to my elbow. And now we go all into our sequence.